need is a mat, a lot of space around you to make sure that everything is safe so that you're not reaching out and hitting anything above you. Make sure that if you have a block, a yoga block, and you like to use them, feel free to grab that one. I won't use any blocks today, but I might suggest when you might want to use one if you have one around. Other than that, let's get ourselves seated and let's begin. First thing I would like to do is just connect our mind and our breath and our body together. So have a seat, a little rock side to side, make sure you're grounded equally on both sides. And then take your shoulders all the way up, pull them back, and slide them down. Let's just do that a couple times. Feel free to close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And then slide back down. Let's inhale, roll the shoulders forward, up towards the ears. Shoulder blades slide down together into the back. 2 more times. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. 1 more time. Big inhale all the way up. And exhale down. Let's inhale those hands all the way up. Bring your right hand forward, your left behind you. Turn and look behind. Nice tall spine. Inhale, look all the way up. And then exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, rise. Exhale, just float those hands. Start to turn up thoracic spine, cervical spine. And then exhale, twist. Inhale all the way up. Push the walls away, shoulders up, back, and down. Pull your shoulder blades in towards the back and squeeze your hands behind you and then bring your thumbs to touch. So inhale, open up, stretching the chest, and then exhale, touch your thumbs together. Inhale, open up. Exhale, tap. We should be starting to feel the shoulders warming up. Inhale, open up as wide as you can, open the chest, and then exhale. Take your hands out to the side, okay? Roll the shoulders back and down. If you're comfortable in the cross-legged position, stay in the cross-legged. If you'd like to start to open up those legs, sit up nice and tall. We've still got that pressure pushing the walls away. We're still feeling the tension in our shoulders. Shoulders up, back, and down. Big inhale. Exhale, right hand to the front, left to the back. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Again, nice long spine, sit up nice and tall. Root your hips down into the ground as if you're seated in some cement. And then you exhale to twist and inhale back up. You can turn to look behind you each time. Look forward, exhale, and inhale. 1 more time each side. If you need to take a break, please do so. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. Exhale and inhale. We're going to bring the thumbs together and we're going to pull it back. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, pull back. 2 more times. Exhale, tap the thumbs. Inhale, pinkies behind your back. Last time, exhale and inhale. Go ahead and place those hands down. Give them a little shake. Maybe roll the shoulders one at a time. Roll them forward, roll them back. And now we've got our nice position here with our legs. If you need a little bit more now, fingertips behind you. Sit up a little bit closer to open up the angle of those legs. And then sit up nice and tall with the spine. We're just going to inhale those hands all the way up. And then exhale that right hand down onto the shin. Keep the other ones on, stretching straight up and just reaching a little bit. Not a side bend yet. And then we're going to switch the hands over to the other side. Okay, so if you can see, my spine is staying nice and long. I'm just rotating through the shoulders, bringing one hand down, and then bring the other hand down. Sit up as tall as you can. Squeeze the energy and send it out of your heels now. Point your toes up. So reach, inhale. Exhale, the other side. Inhale. And exhale, the other side. Now, if you're feeling good, let's go ahead and reach your pinky for your toes, tipping a little bit and keeping the other hand all the way up. Inhale, exhale, tip and reach your pinky for your toes. Inhale, exhale, reach. It's a side bend, not leaning forward. So this is leaning forward to try and touch. And we don't want to flex at the spine. We want to keep the spine nice and long and use these side obliques stretching out. Go ahead, do a couple more times. Reach. Inhale, exhale, fingertips pointed towards your bum or just slightly up to the side. Go ahead and lean back. Open up the chest. Let's point the toes and then flex at the heels. Point the toes and flex at the heels. Starting to feel the calves. Point and flex. 2 more times. Point and flex. Exhale and inhale. Go ahead and point the toes down. If you need to, you can bring your feet in a little bit. You can even come to a tabletop. But if you'd like to go ahead and stay in the position that you're at, just lean back a little bit more, point the toes, and just lift your bum up and put it back down. Inhale up. Now we're starting to squeeze our bum and put it back down. Opening up the chest, working a little bit of your bicep, tricep, up and down. Here's the option. Up and down. Anywhere in between a tabletop and a nice big horse stance is good for you. A couple more. And down. Last one. Up and down. All right, let's bring ourselves side on. And we're going to set up for the Pilates 100. Now for this one, I'm going to start us off with our feet on the floor, and you can progress as you need to. Now the first thing I want you to do is knees bent, feet on the floor, and then just lie back. Okay. You're going to have your hands pointed down, and you're relaxing your shoulders, and your chin is just going to be slightly tucked in as if you have a peach, a very soft peach that you don't want to squish. So that's what you're thinking is between your chest and your chin. So from here, we're just going to lift up, holding that peach and lifting the shoulders off and then lifting the hands up. We're going to start pulsing the hands. Now, anytime you need to put your head back down, but I want this pushing, like you're slapping water. And now that we've got this pulsing action, we are going to add in the breath. You're going to inhale for 5 and exhale for 5 of these pulses. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's slow it down. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now that we've got this going on, we can lift those legs. So inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're comfortable here, you can try and sit up a little higher, or you can extend your legs out. Continuing to breathe. How are we doing? Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're starting to really warm up, get the blood circulating. We're lifting our chest, tucking our chin. Maybe the legs are extended, shoulders are off the mat. We've got just a few more of these. Keep pumping the arms. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale and release. All right, so hopefully we've warmed up that core a little bit. Let's take those hands up to the side and just do a little bit of a twist. Drop your knees towards me. And look away. And then bring yourself back through center and over to the other side. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale, exhale as you drop the knees one side. Inhale up and exhale, drop the knees the other side. And all the way. So we're on our backs now, so this is a great place to be. Let's go ahead and bring those hands down at our sides. You want to have your spine on the mat, but you still want just a little bit of a arch so that you're not completely flat. You don't want to be pressed completely down, so that you've just got your shoulders relaxed. And now we're just going to allow ourselves to come into a tabletop. So bring your knee to stack over, the front knee stacks over the hip, and bring the other one to match. Okay, from here, all I want you to do is lengthen out the front leg. So lengthen out the front leg, bring it back in, bracing your core, exhale, and inhale. Let's do that a couple times. Lengthen out the leg. If you need to tap the toe, feel free. You can always keep the feet on the floor. So this is option 1. Okay. Or you can go and extend those legs out as an option 2. Right, so everything is an option. Just make sure that you're not lifting your back off. You're bracing that core and you're breathing. All right, so now that we've done this a couple times, let's go ahead and try both legs. Now, hands are flat on the floor, shoulders back and down. Go ahead and lengthen out both. Now, if your back is really arching off, I need you to go back to one leg. So we're just going to inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Okay, put your back leg down and then extend your front one up. Okay? If you need a little bend in the knee, that's not a problem. Okay, so we're going to have our hands down by our sides, our shoulders back and down. And I just want you to start off actually with a little bit of a knee bend here and really plant that back foot down. I just want you to take that knee out to the side, give it a little bit of a circle, and then pull it back up. Now the hips shouldn't be swaying. So if you've swayed out and the hips are talking to you because they're dropping down or you're losing control and you're wobbling around, then I just want you to make those circles a little smaller. Shoulders down, around, and bring it up. Go down, around, and bring it up. If you would like a little bit more and you have the ability in the hamstring to go with a straight leg, go ahead and try that one. It takes a lot more core because your limb is further apart. So you don't want to be compensating by rolling around on those hips. So either bend the knee or make it smaller. Let's do a couple more of these. Big circle and big circle. All right, hold it up. Now knee can be bent, it can be straight. You can lengthen out the other leg and just hover it an inch off of the ground. Again, progressively getting tougher. So now that we've done this, again, let's do the leg circle. Out, down, and up. Now again, if having that leg, opposite leg, hovering isn't for you, bend the knee and put it back on the floor. You can do a lot smaller circles than what I'm showing you. So just breathe and relax the shoulders. If the back is pulling up and you're arching, take it to the previous one. Let's do 2 more of these. Make sure you're breathing. Up, one more time, down and around, and up. Okay, so knees either bent on the floor in the back, or you have it straight. We're going to lift up our chest, lift up our hands, and what I want you to do is just scissor the leg. We're going to switch 1 and switch 2. Head can be down, okay? Or you can have the foot down and you're just coming down and up, or you're scissoring the legs completely. All right, so we should be feeling that front hip, that front leg, quad working, core working, upper abdominals. Let's do this one more time, and let's release it. All right, sufficiently worked front leg. Let's do everything on the other side. So hands down at your side, shoulders relaxed, shake your head out again. We don't want to use our jaw, so if you're using your jaw and you're noticing it in your area that you would bite down on, just let it go. Let your lips part. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Inhale and exhale. Relax shoulders, core. One more time. Big inhale. And exhale. Relax. All right. Let's go ahead and begin. So we're just going to take our knee, back knee this time. Foot is on the floor with the front one, and our knees are bent. We're just going to see how this hip feels. Each hip is going to be different, so just start your circles. And start off a little small. So on this one, I'm starting off very small, okay? One of my hips, I get a clicking motion when I bring it out. And so if you go and you find that there's a clunking or clicking, just maneuver off a little bit. Make the circles a little bit smaller. If it doesn't hurt, it's just a couple of muscles jumping over one another. It's not anything to be too concerned about. If it's causing you pain, then I definitely want you to back off on this one, okay? So just pull the knee in, circle it around. If your hamstrings are okay, go ahead and see if you can lengthen it out. I will try it again. Remember, longer levers mean much more necessity for control, and then you come all the way back up. This is where I can start to feel a little bit of a clunk in this hip, so I'm going to make sure that I don't go as rounded out. It's not necessary to big circles. It's necessary to control your abdominals so that your hips are not maneuvering, okay? Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, exhale, sweep down and around. Inhale, exhale, sweep down and around, and bring that foot up. All right, so now that we've done those circles, we can go ahead and come into just a lift up, and your hands are hovering. If you've got your hands hovering, remember you can always come back down. You can always bend that knee, but all I want you to do right now is see if you can bring it down and up. Go down and up. Option is to lengthen up that other leg, and we can do some scissors. Let's go ahead and switch and switch. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Scissor and scissor, keeping that little ball in between your neck and your chin, between your chest and your chin, and control it down and down. Let's do two more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and release. All right, a little shake of the head side to side. And then let's do some rolling. So for this one, you're going to either hold on to your knees, or if you would like a little bit more, you're going to go through, and we're going to do something called the seal. We're going to hold on to our ankles or the bottom of our feet. Okay? And then we're just going to pull in towards our feet, in towards the center of our body. From here, just a little rock side to side, just to feel a little good on that spine. And if staying on your back and just doing this is totally fine. But if you're ready to rock and roll, our feet are together. Make sure that your elbows don't get crushed by your knees. You don't want to really push in to the elbows. You want to be able to just tuck your chin slightly and start a little rock here. So just a little rock on the spine and see how that feels. And then once you've built up some momentum, see if you can go up and hold. And once you've gotten that hold, see if you can clap your feet 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Roll back. And roll back up. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, exhale, hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, exhale, hold. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, exhale, hold. 1, 2, 3. Last time. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3. All right. So let's go ahead and come into a sideline posture. Once you're on your side, go ahead and lengthen out your arm. And I want your knees and your shoulders to be in line with one another, and your feet in line with your hips. Okay? Now you can rest your head down. If it feels good to hold your head in your hand, that's fine too. And your front hand is just here, in front of you. Okay? The first one we're just going to do is lift up the knee as high as you can, squeezing your butt, and then go ahead and place it back down. Okay? Now, how you know that your hips are not starting to twist when you open up that top leg is go ahead and take your hand and put it on your sacrum and just feel if it's flat. And as you open up that top leg, as long as you can feel that it's flat and you're not tipping back, you can tell whether or not you've got a straight line or a tilted one. So go ahead and inhale and exhale, come down. Inhale and exhale, come down. Let's go a little faster. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Stay at the top and just open up with little pulses. Okay, just squeeze. And let's go ahead and do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and put that foot down. So we should be able to start to feel some of the work in the hip and the glutes. Go ahead and take your hand in front of you. Okay? And this time we are going to lift up the feet. Okay, so the feet are in the air now. Anytime you want to go back to that first move, know it's there for you. This time with the feet in the air, we're going to open up the knee, squeeze, and then bring it back down. Inhale, open up and squeeze, and bring it back down. If you want the balance, go ahead and lift up that hand, and down, up, and down. Let's go a little faster. Inhale, exhale, Inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up at the top. Pulse, 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 pulse. Keep breathing. Keep reaching that top hand up if you have it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, take a second. Relax. Maybe stretch out that top leg. Give it a couple of ankle rolls. Maybe pull it into the chest and kick it back out again. One more time into the chest, kick it back out again, and we've got one more round. Okay, so option 1, take a break. Option 2, stay with the feet on the floor. Option 3, lift the feet off the floor. Okay, hand in front. Option for the final on this side is to go ahead and lift your knees off of the mat. Okay, so now we've got our knees off of the mat. We are bracing our core, we're pressing into that front hand. Now if you have supreme stability, go ahead and lift your hand up. Okay, your shoulders and your hips are in line. This is tough here, and your heels are in line with your hips. Right? If you've got the balance, anytime you need to, put your hand down. We're just going to lift out those legs. Inhale and exhale. Reach for the stars. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stay at the top and pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. Keep those knees up. Keep those legs up. You've got this. Only the top leg is moving for 4, 3, 2, 1, and put it down. Oh, that should have got those glutes and those hips working really well. Since we're already in this position, go ahead and lie down. Bring your fingertip to your temple. We're going to use our side obliques. Fingertip to your temple. Knees are bent. It's still in that perfect alignment with heel to hip to shoulder. And we're just going to lift up and squeeze. And then bring it back down. So now we're using this section here. No worries with those legs. And down. Let's exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Let's go ahead and do a little reach now, all the way, and then bring it over your head. If that's not good, go for the temple, okay? Remember, take it at your own level. I always go with the first level, and then you can build from there however it makes sense for you. Go ahead and scrunch up and come down. Let's go ahead and stay up here and just do pulses. Pulse, pulse. You're trying to reach for your heel, lifting, 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 and squeezing, trying to get that rib towards your hip. Lift, 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 lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold at the top, hold. If you really want it, lift those toes. And if you really got it, lift those knees. And if you really got it, open up. 4, 3, 2, keep breathing. 1, and release. All right, so hopefully you felt all of the side kick in. Let's go ahead and swing ourselves to the other side, and let's do everything on that one. So go ahead and roll over onto your other side. Go ahead and bring your shoulders so that they're stacked on top of one another. Hips are stacked on top of one another, and your heels are in line with your hips. Okay? If you're fine with having your head here or resting on your bicep, that's cool. If you would like to come on up and hold onto your head, that's also good. Hand in front, and the first ones we're just making sure that we are in position. So go ahead and lift the knee, top knee up, so bottom one just stays there, right? So we're pressing against the ground so the bottom knee doesn't do anything, and then we're bringing it back down. Okay, so first thing we're checking out is if we have any hip tilting. So we're going to take our hand and place it on our sternum, noticing that it's straight. And then we're going to lift up that top knee, give a little squeeze, and not lean back. Okay, it's not about how much you open up your top knee to the side. It's about how much you squeeze in the hips and the glutes to activate it. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do some pulses. Up and up and up and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, ready to move on to lifting your feet up. Okay, pressing your knees together right now and pressing your heels together. From here, you're just going to open up the top knee and then bring it back down. Again, that bottom knee is on the ground, so it's not able to move around. It's just the top one. And if we have good alignment on our hips and they're stacked, that's when we can bring our hand above our head. Because if you have your hand up and you're leaning back, that's when you're probably going to lose your balance. So you're inhaling and you're exhaling. You're inhaling and you're exhaling. Maybe just a little faster. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay at the top. Pulse, pulse, and pulse. Remember option, always to stop, always to take a break before you compromise your technique, okay? You've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, we should be feeling it well on this side. Okay, take a couple of breaths here. Make sure your alignment is still good. Again, anytime you want to put your head down on your bicep, resting it on your bicep, that's fine. If you're good to go, you're going to take a lift of those feet. Okay, you're going to now also press into the front of your mat and see if you can lift up those legs. Okay, so now we're here. Okay, so that knee doesn't have to be very high. It can just be floating just a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit higher, and then I'm going to open up and down. Open up and down. Inhale and exhale. Trying to keep my bottom knee at the same level. It's not trying to both close at the same time. Open and close. Open and close. Now, if you can balance, go ahead and see. I'm a little shaky on this side. Really got to brace the core to keep those hips stable. All right, let's do it a couple more times at this pace, trying to keep that stationary bottom leg, and then we're going to take it up and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Lift, lift, lift. How about 5 more? You got 5, 4, 3, oh I know, 2, 1. All right, you're in a good position to lay out. Okay? Go ahead and bring your head down. Hips, knees, hips and ankles in line with the shoulders. Fingertip to your temple. We're not doing anything with the butt now, but you're just taking your elbow and you bring it to your hip and doing a side oblique crunch, and then down. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Reach the hand further. Exhale, and then over your head if you can. Exhale, and down. Squeezing that rib, low rib into that hip. Reach, and down. Reach, and down. One more time, big reach. This time we're going to stay at the top. Stay at the top and pulse, 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 pulse. Lift, lift, lift. Keep your breathing. Little pulses here. And then if you would like, lift your feet. Oh my goodness. Do you think you can do it? Lift your knees. And if you can, open up the legs. Let's do this. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh, let's come on to our backs. Let's go ahead and release that work that we did in the hip. Take that front ankle, cross it over the thigh, and open up. Figure 4 and thread through. Hand on your hamstrings, or maybe pull onto that shin, and just pull that back knee into your chest. Maybe a little rotation at the ankle, and maybe a little rock side to side. And then release it down. Let's do everything on the other side. Crossing ankle, threading through, holding onto hamstring or onto the shin. Nicely pulling that knee into the front knee into the chest. A little rock side to side. That feels good. And then we can rotate the ankle in one direction and rotate it in the other direction. And then we can come up into some teasers. So let's go ahead and release our legs all the way out straight. Then bring our hands above our head. All right. So for this one, you can just come up, roll up, bend your back knee, and reach for it. And then come back down, reach, and do the same thing on the other side. So go ahead and reach for your knee, and come back down. Let's keep the back hand down and just reach and twist, and come back, and then reach and twist, and come back. Let's go ahead and bring both of the knees in, reach up, and slowly put the feet down, reach up, and slowly put the feet down. All right, so we're going to come up and reach. If you're good, I want you to stay here. Now, if you're feeling pretty good, let's go ahead and extend those legs out. Okay, we're going to come up, reach, come into a U, and then come back down. Exhale, reach. We can do this one leg at a time. Then come back down. Exhale, squeeze, lift the shoulders, lift the tailbone if you can, and back down. One more time. Reach, and come back down. All right, bend at the knees, and then I want you to go ahead and hold on to the knees as you pull them into your chest. We're going to rock and roll. So roll up, and then roll back down. Roll up, and roll back down. Roll up, roll back down. Roll up and hold. Okay, so just hover here. And then slowly roll back down. Do it again. Roll up, and see if you can find your balance. Lengthen out that spine. And then roll back. See if you get those hands behind you. Roll up and hold. Get those hands behind you. Roll up and hold. How are we doing? If you've got it even more in you, you can roll up and lengthen out. Go down, lift up and hold. That's the toughest one. Come back down. So instead of using your rolling momentum, you're just squeezing at your abdominals. Exhale, squeeze up, down. One more time, wherever you are, rolling, squeezing, taking a break, and release. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and roll over onto our bellies, and we'll do some work here. All right, so go ahead and lie all the way down onto your mat. Elbows out at the sides, almost like goalpost arms. And just relax your head either out to the side, maybe under your chin. And all I want you to do is bend your front knee and give a little double pulse and put it back down. And then the other side, a double pulse and put it back down. Pulse and down, pulse and down. You can do both together, pulse and tap your toes, pulse and tap your toes, pulse and tap your toes. Last time, pulse and inhale. All right, if you would like to stay there, feel free. If you'd like to go ahead and come up, elbows underneath your shoulders, you're in a what we call Sphinx pose. So elbows underneath your shoulders, spread your fingertips nice and wide. And once you've done that, roll your shoulders back and look straight out ahead of you. Let's try the same thing. Front leg, double pulse and down, double pulse and down, double pulse, down, and double pulse, down. If you're ready for both, double pulse, tap the toe, double pulse, tap the toe. Let's do this a couple more times. You should be stretching out your back now, and pulse. All right, so if you are good there, you can stay there. If you have the ability to lengthen out your arms and come up into a full, what we know in mostly in yoga as a cobra, you can do that. But again, shoulders back, tuck the chin, and then just pull back so that you're looking straight ahead. All right, so we've got a nice curvature of the spine. Try the front leg, double pulse and down, double pulse and down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. If you're good, double pulse and down, double pulse and down. Two more. Double pulse and down, Last time, double pulse and down. Lower down to the elbows if you're up high. And then everybody lowers all the way down. Let's take a child's pose. So tuck your knees in, hands at your shoulders, and push your hips back, lengthening out your spine. We're going to come back onto our bellies again one more time. We're going to do some swimming. So we've gotten the side obliques. We've definitely gotten our abdominal. We're getting into the back now. We've gotten into those hips, and we did some shoulder and arms earlier. So go ahead and bring yourself down onto your mat. And shimmy those hips out. Walk your feet a little wider. So go out to the sides of your mat so you're nice and wide. If this is uncomfortable, you can always bring those feet in. And then do the same thing with the hands. Okay? So you're almost like an X position. Fingertips just gently resting down. Okay? So what I would like you to do here is just lift up the front hand. Lift it up. We're not twisting. We're keeping our shoulders equal and then lowering back down. Lifting up and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, down. Both hands if you're ready. Shoulders stay level. Inhale, up. It's not about the height that you're getting. It's about inhaling and lifting up, squeezing your bum and pressing your toes down. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, neutral neck. And down. Last time, inhale. And down. Okay, fingertips down, chin down, or turn to the side with your head, whatever you like. Front leg. Make sure the knee is straightened. So point your toes and see if you can stay on your quads, the tops of your legs, but lift your feet and your knees off by squeezing your butt. Okay, so that way I know that your legs are straight. Okay, you cannot lift up by squeezing your butt if you've bent the knee, and then lifting up. I want you to really point the toe so that we activate your glute. Okay, so go ahead and see if you can get either on the quads and keeping your toes and your knees just off. We're just going to lift that front leg a little bit higher, keeping the back one elevated. If you need to keep that foot on the floor, back one on the floor, please do. And then lift, and it's only your quad that's touching. Top of the front leg. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, exhale down. Let's squeeze both up, oh my. And then just let the quads touch, not the toes, not the knees. All the way up and down. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. All right. Take a breath for a second. Give me your front leg, your back arm. Lift and squeeze. My toe and my fingertips are down, and then place everything back down. Inhale, lift. Opposite arms, opposite leg, and down. Inhale, lift. And down. Inhale, lift. And down. Okay, so again, let's point the toes. Lift the knees, squeeze your butt. Point as if you're trying to touch a button with your toes on opposite sides of your mat. Now that we've got that, go ahead and lift up your hands to match. So you can always tap down, take a break, and then lift back up again. And if you're good here, you're going to take those hands like you're slopping water, start here and stabilize the pelvis, and just start to paddle those hands. Shoulders are pulled back, hands are slapping down, feet off the floor. If you've got balance, add your legs in now. Okay, so we're bracing and we're paddling and we're trying to breathe. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more sets. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hands down, legs down. Tuck your toes. Slowly push back into that child's pose. Lengthening up that spine. into some push-ups for the upper body, and then we'll call it class. So, starting on your knees in a tabletop position. Hands just outside of your shoulders, and turn your thumbs, or turn your middle finger just slightly out to the side, okay? And now that we've got this tabletop position, I want you to soften your elbows and just bring your chest down, maybe touch your head, and then squeeze back up, okay? So exhale, come down, and inhale up. Okay, one more time. This is your base move, and you're strengthening by squeezing your blades together in your back. And if you're ready, you can take your front leg and extend it out. Go ahead and come down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, touch down, and lift back up. Exhale, come down, and inhale back up. One more time. Exhale down, and inhale up. If you're good, lift your leg up when you come down, and then tap it as you come back up. Exhale down, and inhale up. Two more. Exhale down, inhale, exhale down, and inhale. You might want to take the break now. If you are good here and you want to just try and hold your plank, you're tucking the toe on the front one, shoulders are back and down. Bring the weight of your chest just forward of your hands. Then you can take your back leg and out, okay? Just holding your plank. Shoulders away from your ears, pull the belly in, squeeze your butts, and we're just going to rock forward and backwards. Forward and backward. If you need to, drop the knee down and just go from here to here. Here to here. If you're on your toes, it's forward and backward. Forward and backward. Two more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Drop your knees down, push back into child's pose. Walk your hands to your shoulders, or you can place them on the small of your back. If you're good here, stay here. If you'd like a little bit more of a chest release, and you can interlace those fingers, go ahead and do that. Let your head rest on the floor, and then squeeze your elbows together as you lift those hands up. Again, not necessary. You can have your hands just resting on your back and your elbows relaxing down at your side. Couple more breaths here. And we're going to do it on the other side. So go ahead into start position. Again, we do not have to leave the start position. If your wrists are fatiguing, you can go ahead and make fists. Sometimes I find that helps, but it does give you a lot of pressure into the knuckles. So you might have to let up on that, but if you want to just hold yourself up for a second on this. You can also roll up the mat so that your fingertips are a little bit lower than your wrists. That will remind you to press into your fingertips and not just into the heel of your hand. All right, so we've talked a little bit. So we've had some time to relax those wrists. We want them just slightly outside of the shoulder with your middle finger just slightly turned out, okay? Play with the positionings so that it works with your shoulder, okay? So roll the shoulders back and down. Knees underneath the hips, and the first one is just tipping down, getting those elbows out to the side, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then coming back up, okay? You will get stronger by doing just this movement, and eventually you'll be able to do more different types of push-ups and planks. So you can stay the whole time that we're doing this series just in this position. And up. If you're good, let's lengthen out the leg and come down. Touch your nose or your forehead down, and then inhale, exhale down, inhale, push, exhale down, inhale, push. As you come down, lift your back leg, tip, a little bit more weight now, and then tap your toe down. Exhale, and inhale. Two more, exhale. Root down through your fingers, press into the thumb and your pointer finger, down and up. All right, if you're good, you can now tuck that back toe and see if you can lengthen out and hold the plank. If you can, you're good. If you need to, drop the knee down. in your plank and you're ready to roll forward, stretching out those wrists even more and into the ankles. But bracing the core, and it's a plank, shoulders away from the ear. You inhale, you exhale, option is just knee up and knee down. You're prepping yourself to get stronger for the forward and backward motion. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead, drop to those knees. Push yourself back into the child's pose. Again, walking those hands into where your shoulders are. If you would like the wrist release, take your front hand and flip it so that the palm's facing the sky. Do the same thing with the back hand so that the palms are facing the sky. And then from here, just go ahead and peel your elbows down towards the base of your mat. Keep pressing your wrists into the mat, and you're just peeling your elbows down towards your bum and just feeling that stretch. Now again, you can start to wiggle your fingers and see if that does anything. Include that thumb in there, maybe roll that thumb around a few times so you get your extensors to get a little bit of release. And then if you can, you're just curling up your hands. So I'll show it to you from the side. It's not making a fist. It's just wiggling the fingers and the thumbs, pulling the elbows down, and then seeing if you can get a little bit of a curl happening, and then release. Curl the fingers up probably to that first knuckle. 1 more time. And release. Come on up. And rotate those wrists a couple times. Inhale your hands all the way up. And exhale them down. Let's just do a couple of little stretches for your hips now. Come into downward facing dog. Don't worry, we're not staying on these wrists very long. Just take your back foot and bring it in on the diagonal. I like to knee and toe back. So you can knee, toe, knee, toe, knee, toe back. And from here, you can just go right into a drop down either onto your elbows or all the way down. And this is a nice option to stay into. But if you'd like something a little different today, walk yourself back up and then take your hip and then shift it to the back, okay? So that you've rolled onto the back and your front knee has a little bit of a bend in it, okay? So you can see that I'm not completely straight anymore. Okay? And we're just going to do a bit of a twist. This front foot, if you can walk it out to a little bit more straight, however you want to get it to, but if you can get it parallel to the top of your mat, great. If not, don't worry, the heel can be in a little bit more. And we're just going to see if we can walk our hands on either side of the front foot. If you've gotten this and you need to bend that back knee a little bit more, you can, or you can lengthen it out. But what we're going to take is that back elbow and put it right into the center of your foot. And once you've got that elbow into the foot, you're going to get a nice pressure on the sole of the foot. And then you can place your hand on top of each other and then press into your foot to get that nice little pressure stretch. And then turn and look up. Okay, so you're getting a hip opener on that bottom one, not so much on the top one. I'm not worried about the top one. Again, you can have that knee bent as much as you want, but put the pressure into the arch of your foot. And then peel yourself open and look to the sky. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and take the top hand and place it down on the ground. Unwind yourself. And let's come into our tabletop. So scooch that front knee back in, underneath, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, downward facing dog. And however you want to bring that front knee into that pigeon pose, you can drop down here. Again, knee, toe, knee, toe, knee, toe back. This might be where you are. Maybe you can't get down all the way. That's not a problem. If you have any knee issues, you can have your knee elevated. And we're just pressing so that we can feel some stretch. Okay? If you do come into the full pigeon, you can place that foot down and just wander yourself down. Now you know what we're doing. feeling on this side. So if you just say, I'm not so interested in that kind of twist and the pressure in my foot, I can't get into it today, I'm not really feeling it, then just stay in a position that you like, that's relaxing, and just stretching out all the work that we did in the hip. A couple of more deep breaths here, again, knowing you can stay here. Or option to take ourselves up, bending the back and knee, and then we're dropping the hips. So you're able to see it now on both sides. Okay. And now that we've done that, we are able to take that front leg and maybe scooch it up. Maybe you can get it parallel to the front of your mat. And then we're just going to walk our hands on either side of the front foot. Okay? If this is enough and you're already feeling it in that front hip, then just stay here. If you would like to take your elbow into foot, into the arch of the foot, go ahead and do that. You've got a twist happening here. And if you'd like to add a little bit more pressure on, take your top hand and place it on the other one. So you're getting me from the back view, but now you can see I can press into my foot and then really twist and look up. Okay, it doesn't matter what this back leg is doing. It can be in a little bit more to help you out. You can pull it back a little bit more and lengthen it out if that's for you. You're going to know with your own body. But just inhale and exhale, relax. Let's do that 2 more times. As you inhale, press that elbow into the foot. Exhale, relax. 1 more time, inhale, press elbow into the foot if you've got it there. Twist. And exhale, top hand comes to the floor for support. Go ahead and unwind. Go ahead and bring yourself into all fours. And then we're just going to bring our toes together. We're going to sit back. We're going to walk our hands out a little bit further. We're going to take our front hand, thread it through that opening, and just let the head come down. Nice little twist for the shoulders now. If you want, top hand, reach it up into the sky, pull it behind your back, roll that top shoulder behind you a little bit more, and breathe. Inhale that top hand up, exhale it down. If you wanted to stay in that stretch a little longer, it's all good, please do so. Unwind, but if you're ready to move to the other side, reach those hands out a little long, sit into your hips. Maybe bring those knees out a little bit more if you want more into the hips. My big toes happen to be touching. And then once I'm out here, a little deeper than normally what we would do for this stretch, just lengthening out that spine, and then threading through, palm up, and then drop the shoulder down. Head can be rested on the ground. Again, if you have a block or something that you would like to use for your head, feel free. I always give the option too. You can use your fist and put your fist underneath your head. That sometimes helps, and you don't need anything but your body for that one. But if your head is on the floor and you feel like you can take your top hand and roll it behind your back, you can do that. Maybe close your eyes. Roll that top shoulder back a little bit more. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here, calming, relaxing. Stay here a little longer if you want to. Otherwise, rise that hand up, place it down, unwind yourself, and bring yourself back into the center of your mat, cross-legged or a position that feels right for you. Let's roll our shoulders up, back, and down. Let's do that again. Inhale all the way up. Pull back and down. Inhale your hands all the way up. Interlace your fingers, press to the sky, and tip over to one side. Inhale all the way up. Exhale and tip over to the other side. Inhale up, reaching down with that one hand. Inhale all the way up, and exhale, reach down with the other hand. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale them onto your knees. If you just heard that noise, inhale all the way back and down. That is a scarlet macaw. It's going over top of the retreat center now. Tuck your chin, roll out your back. They're big, beautiful, wonderful birds, but they are noisy. And then push your chest through, elbows in, look up. And one more time, a nice little seated cat-cow. Pull back, hold onto your knees, tuck your chin, roll out that spine. And then inhale, pull your chest through, shoulders through, elbows in, look up at the sky. And then have a seat. Hopefully you enjoyed the practice today. If you stick around for just a second, I was watching, it's not there anymore, I was watching the toucans in the tree beside me. Throughout the practice they were here, but as it ended, so did they. I will span again if you want to see the tree that they tend to sit in, and maybe we'll get one back. But I guess the scarlet macaws and the toucans are not friends. So probably when the macaws went overhead, the toucans probably took off too. So, oh no, there he is. Stick around with me and we'll see if I can show you. He was hiding on me. Let's see if I can get a shot of him for you. Let me grab my phone. Pardon my elbow and my armpit. Let's see if I can get a shot here. Let's see if I can get him for you. He's in that tree, and I'll zoom in when I'm making sure I'm not going to fall off the platform. Oh, there he is. All right. There we go. Hopefully you can see him now. They hide in that tree a lot. But if you were able to come down to the center while you're doing your yoga practice, we often have monkeys that come by, these toucans. We have the scarlet macaws that you could hear earlier. There is one of the hawks in the sky flying over this direction. I don't know if you can really see him. He's tiny, but he's actually quite big, but he's far away, I should say. There's the toucan again, bouncing. Bouncing, bouncing. There he goes. They are the most noisy flyers because their beak is so elongated and they have a heavy wingspan. When they fly, we hear them first. There you go. Let's see if you can see his big beak. He's trying to get some of the fruit off of there. There he goes. There's a good shot of him. Sometimes we have up to 12 of these guys. Oops. Walking with the camera. And it's a nice day out today. Looking out over our mountains. I used to live on that mountain. Let's see if I can zoom in there. That was the other place I lived. I was on this one. You'll see some little houses up here. See that little house there? I was up there somewhere. That's one of the neighbors. But then there's a whole village up on that ridge, just over top of that ridge, that I used to live on. And now I'm on this mountain. So thank you for sticking around. And hopefully I'll be able to record other things. And maybe I'll get some monkeys the next time. Have a great day, everyone.